In this video, I'm going to be talking about the main elements that you need for your online course website. Coming up. When it comes to creating an online course website, it may be straightforward on the outset, but when you try to make things work together, this can be a bit of a challenge, especially if you don't know what plugin does what and how to really connect them all together. So in this video, I want to go through the plugins that I use or what I recommend to get a fully functioning online course website. So let's start off with the very first thing, and this is the payment gateway. So when it comes to LearnDash, you can actually use this with PayPal on its own or Stripe or any of these payment gateways. But the problem is when you do that, you lose quite a lot, and sometimes it is quite tricky to go in and add the redirection on PayPal itself to then take you on to the registration page. So it can be a bit tricky. So what I found that really works really well, and this is through a lot of trial and error, and this seems to be the perfect way, and I highly recommend that you do it this way. Anyway, the best way to do this is by using WooCommerce, because WooCommerce has all the elements that you need. So it has PayPal inside it. It also has Stripe and other payment gateways. So using WooCommerce as your main payment gateway is fantastic, because not only does it act as your payment gateway, but you can create your courses within WooCommerce itself. And that is very, very powerful. And that makes it easier for the integrations to work. And if you're using WooCommerce, you might as well use cart flows, because when you create your online course website, you want to have attractive landing pages. So when your students land, or people that want to sign up for your course land on the page, they can see it like really laid out, looking really beautiful. So that is very, very critical here, because you also get higher conversions, of course, provided your copy is right and you have everything that you need on that page. And the really good thing about this as well is with cart flows, you actually use your favorite page builder to create those sales pages. Okay, so once you've created your sales pages, you also need to have a fantastic checkout page. And again, this can be achieved using cart flows. So this is why WooCommerce and cart flows need to work together in this case. And you can also add a thank you page, and not forgetting the upsells and downsells. So if you have an online course website which has one or more courses, this is where it's ideal to have an order bump or upsells or downsells. This is proven to increase the amount of money that you get on your website by people buying those upsells. Of course, you want to make sure that when you do your upsells, you are adding a discount to entice people to want to take on that course. And of course, when you also do the downsells, you want to downsell to a course that is slightly cheaper, so that it's easier for the customer to choose the one that is downselled. And of course, it also applies to order bump. On the order bump, you also want to add a product that is on discount. But if you only have one course, it's still okay. You can use that as your main course that people buy. But the thing is, you're going to have beautiful landing pages, checkout pages, and thank you pages, which you can design using your page builder, as I mentioned before. So over here, you can see once you have these two working together, you're going to need to have a system that communicates with all your students. And this is an email autoresponder. My favorite ones are MailPoet at the moment, and also Convertkit. Yes, Convertkit. So I started off using Convertkit. It's fantastic. To be honest, I love the tagging system in there. It's well built. It's very, very solid. But recently there's been a deal on AppSumo for MailPoet. And this is a unlimited deal, which means that the product that you sign up for will give you unlimited email sends and so on, up to whatever subscribers that you need. So I've gone ahead and purchased so many codes. In fact, I have up to 40,000 subscribers per website on AppSumo. So I just went crazy on this because I really like the way MailPoet works, because the database is on your WordPress website, and this is powerful. So you can have everything all on your website, and it does a fantastic job of sending emails out, reminders. You can send emails out during promotions to your students. And this is why it's critical to have an email autoresponder here. So as I mentioned, I really highly recommend MailPoet or Convertkit, because Convertkit is slightly more advanced as compared to MailPoet, because it has the tagging system. But to be honest, a lot of people won't even need to use the tagging system. And then what really puts all this together is the membership. So in this case, I recommend Wishlist Member, but of course, MemberPress also does a fantastic job of doing this job. So what I'm trying to explain here is when someone buys a course, you want to make sure that the people that, or the students that bought, let's say, for example, a WordPress course don't have access to, let's say, a course on how to create, let's say, membership website. So the best way to separate these students is by using a membership plugin. And this integration here between all these plugins is fantastic because Wishlist Member makes sure that when someone here from WooCommerce buys, let's say, a WordPress course, it adds them automatically to the list of students on the WordPress course. And if they buy a separate course, Wishlist Member directs and makes sure that those people are on the actual mailing list over here. So the whole system is working together. And with this here as well, I forgot to mention, when someone buys the course here on the top here on WooCommerce, they will get redirected to the registration page for Wishlist Member, and they're also automatically added onto the mailing list over here on MailPoet. So this is how the system works. I'm going to put together very, very soon a live workshop where I show you how to create this system that I have right here, because I know a lot of people are wondering how to put this all together, but I thought I'd discuss how the system works. And of course, I'm going to also leave the links to all these services in the video description below. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.